Well, of course, we know that the dangerous situation when it comes to illegal boat crossings across the English Channel last year were dangerous. The situation got completely out of control throughout the year. And now the statistics have come out. In actual fact, 4 times as many migrants crossed the English Channel in 2020 via this route than the year before. So essentially, this quadrupled in just 1 year. I'm going to bring you all the very latest in this report, guys, but please start off as ever by making sure you've hit the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss future reports. And of course, support my channel by giving a big thumbs up and hit the join button down below to become a member of the channel as well. Would really appreciate that. Now, the new figures that come out, and this analysis I don't believe was done by the Press Association, shows that in terms of the crossings across the English Channel in 2020, and of course these are just the numbers that we know about, 8,417 people illegally crossed the channel in 2020. Now, when you compare this to previous years, you'll see just how stark this number of 8,417 is, because in 2019, the year before, it was 1,850 for the year of people coming over illegally via this route. In 2018, it was just 297 people. So there you go. You've gone from 297 people coming across on small boats illegally via this route, 297 in 2018, compared to 8,417 people in 2020. So this just really shows you how dangerous, how out of control the situation has become. And the PA News Agency also finding that numbers peaked in September, which saw at least 1,951 crossings, which was more than the entire total for 2019. So a situation there where then in 1 month in 2020, you saw this more crossings in 1 month in 2020 than the whole of 2019 put together. The Times were reporting this today. Number of English Channel crossings by migrants quadruples. And as they point out as well, in September there were 1,951 crossings, with arrivals about every 3 days over the year, according to analysis by the Press Association. The BBC previously estimated a total of 1,892 for the whole of 2019. A record 416 migrants arrived on the 2nd of September, and more than 1,200 over 2 weeks in August. Migrants were smuggled to Britain in 630 known small vessels, including dinghies, kayaks, and even a paddling pool. And of course, again, these are just the numbers, these are just the figures that we know about. 630 known small vessels. Now, Natalie Elphike, the MP for Dover and Deal, has quoted in the Times as calling for intercepted boats to be sent back, saying all options must be on the table. She said, we need the French to stop the boats leaving in the first place, return boats in the Channel to France instead of bringing them into Britain, and return people who came into our country through these routes. Well, I'm going to get into the amounts of money we've been giving the French and actually the percentages in terms of deportation shortly. But just to give you what Immigration Minister Chris Philp said about this, he said, we have taken unprecedented steps to make this route completely unviable, adding, we are targeting the criminal gangs breaking our laws, doubling the number of police officers on the ground in France, increasing surveillance and introducing new technology to enhance our effort and stop these crossings for good. And a Home Office spokeswoman quoted as saying, new laws are in place which mean people who cross from Europe are not eligible for asylum, and we are going further by introducing legislation which will overhaul the asylum system, reforming the pull factors which encourage illegal immigrants to make these journeys into the UK. Now, when you just look at the huge amounts of money, frankly, that the UK has been giving France, it's understandable why there's such a public outcry over this. I believe Home Secretary Priti Patel had said that over the last 10 years, the UK had given France about 150 million quid to tackle illegal migration. Now, the argument is from the government that was to tackle other illegal migration from other routes. But the UK government, of course, also recently announcing that they'd be giving £28 million a further payment to France, specifically on this, to double the number of officers patrolling French beaches. When it comes to the overall cost, in actual fact, Chris Philp, the Immigration Minister, said that since 2014, the UK had actually provided 192 million quid. So we're talking nearly 200 million quid since 2014. Total funding for what was described as illegal migration-related activities in France. So that gives you a scale of just how much money has been spent. But as Nigel Farage and others, and I'm going to get onto him in a second as well, and others have pointed out, this isn't just a matter of throwing money at it. The end outcome here is what needs to change, which is that those that break the law and come to the UK illegally must know that there's no point making that dangerous journey in the first place, because they simply won't be allowed to stay. And also, it would stop the gangs exploiting people who must be making huge amounts of money through these dangerous routes. But when we look at what Sky News said back in October 2019, just 6% of illegal migrants crossing the channel since December, they reported, are deported by the UK. Boris Johnson said the UK would send back migrants arriving illegally on small boats. Sky News found few have been deported. I mean, that 6% figure, let's be generous and say it's gone up to 10%. Anything like those figures, you are not going to stop this problem, are you? We'll simply take the view that it's worth making that dangerous journey, because if they make it to the UK illegally, the overwhelming odds are they will be able to stay. And I must say, this is an issue that Nigel Farage this year in 2021 has already been talking about, tweeting that the first illegal migrant boat of 2021 had arrived. Brexit, Britain needs to stop this. And he posted a short clip there. So there you go, guys. This just shows you the scale of the problem now. 8,417 people illegally crossing the English Channel via this small boat route for illegal migrants in 2020, compared to 1,850 in 2019 and just 297 in 2018. As I said, to change this, the message needs to go out that there's no point using this illegal route, because you will not be able to stay. And that would in turn stop these criminal gangs exploiting people. Let's see what happens, guys, but you can rely on me, you can rely on this channel to keep bringing you all the very latest. So if you appreciate what I do here on the channel, please give this video a big thumbs up. We'd really appreciate that. And hit the join button below. See the link in the top pinned comment if you'd like to become a member, a supporter here on the channel. And of course, guys, as ever, thanks so much for watching.